What happens after the divorce papers are signed is often the division of assets. The house, the cars, the retirement accounts, all settled and more. Yet there's always one necessary evil hanging on unnoticed. I'm not referring to the heartbreak, the loneliness, the what now that echoes in an empty house. I mean the money. But the costly mistake divorce people make is thinking that the biggest financial battle is over. The biggest financial mistake divorcees make is not overspending, not poor investments. But what if I told you there's a silent, slow drip money leak that almost every single divorced person misses? A mistake that doesn't show up in the settlement documents, but can drain your financial security for years, even decades, after the divorce is final. It's not about the money you lost in the divorce. It's about the money you failed to build after. And it all comes down to one single, deeply emotional error. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll not only see this leak clearly, you'll have the exact tools to seal it shut for good. This is about protecting your future self. The hidden mistake. So what is this massive mistake? It's simpler than you think. It's financial paralysis. It's the freeze, the shutdown. After the storm of divorce, your brain is just done. The thought of looking at another spreadsheet, making another decision, trusting another financial advisor, it feels utterly exhausting. So you just don't. You leave the settlement money sitting in a checking account, slowly being eaten by inflation. You avoid updating your will or your beneficiaries, leaving your ex inadvertently in the picture. You stop investing. You stop planning. I know that you're not being lazy here. You're experiencing a biological response. Divorce is one of the most profound stressors a human can experience. Neuroscientists have shown that the cortisol levels, the stress hormone, during a prolonged divorce are through the roof. This chronic stress literally changes your brain function. It pushes blood flow away from your prefrontal cortex, your smart, logical planning center, and into your amygdala, your fear and emotional center. At this moment of your life, you're not thinking. You're reacting. You're in survival mode. And when you find yourself in survival mode, the only goal is to get through the day, while long-term planning begins to feel impossible. An interesting study from the University of California found that individuals post-divorce can show activity in the brain similar to those experiencing physical trauma. This isn't just feeling sad. This is a neurological event that impacts your decision-making ability, especially with money, which is already tied to so much emotion and fear. What this means is that if you've been avoiding your finances, please go easy on yourself. Your brain was literally trying to protect you. But now, it's time to gently take back the controls. The cost of the freeze. This paralysis has a real, staggering cost. Let's talk numbers. First, there's the opportunity cost. That $50,000 settlement sitting in a near-zero interest savings account, if you'd invested it even in a conservative fund averaging a 7% return, that would grow to over $100,000 in 10 years. And in 20 years, it would be nearly $200,000. That's $150,000 of potential growth, of future security, just left on the table because of the freeze. Second, there's the legal and logistical cost. A shocking survey by Forbes revealed that over 58% of Americans forget to update their beneficiary designations after major life events like divorce. Think about that. You could rebuild your entire life, remarry, have new children, and if you never change the beneficiary on that old 401k from your first job, your ex-spouse could still legally inherit it. The court order doesn't automatically change that. It's a devastating oversight that happens all the time. And third, the emotional cost. Money avoidance breeds shame, and shame keeps you stuck. It creates a vicious cycle. You feel bad for avoiding it, so you avoid it more because it makes you feel bad. This prevents you from building the one thing that truly fosters financial well-being, a sense of agency, the feeling that you are in the driver's seat of your own life again, the psychology behind it. Let's dig deeper into the psychology behind this because few people know it, yet it is what makes all the difference. Why do so many intelligent, capable adults fall into this trap? Psychology has some answers. First, decision fatigue. After divorce, you're making hundreds of decisions. Where will I live? Who gets the car? When do I see the kids? By the time money conversations come up, you're too drained to think clearly. You default to short-term fixes instead of long-term solutions. Second, emotional spending. You're hurting, Retail therapy feels good in the moment. You book that trip, buy new furniture, or treat yourself. But that temporary comfort often snowballs into financial strain. Third, avoidance. Divorce triggers shame, guilt, or even denial. Many people literally avoid looking at their bank statements because it's too painful. But avoidance is a fertile ground for financial disaster. When ancient wisdom meets modern divorce. Interestingly, ancient wisdom nailed this problem long before credit cards existed. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." After divorce, craving comfort, craving to prove yourself, craving to escape pain, all of that leads to reckless money moves. Ancient wisdom whispers, slow down, simplify, plan. Modern habit science backs this up as well. Small, consistent financial habits, like automating savings or reviewing your budget weekly, literally rewire your brain to handle stress better and avoid impulsive decisions. The thaw, how to prevent the paralysis. Okay, so how do we break the cycle? How do you thaw the freeze? You don't do it with a massive, overwhelming overhaul. You do it with what I call micro-actions. Tiny, almost effortless steps that prove to your brain that you can do this without triggering the panic. You can do it in 4 simple and doable steps. Beginning with step 1, the 1% brain unfreeze. Your goal for this week is not to become a financial genius. It's to do one thing. Just one. Maybe it's logging into your bank account and just looking at it. No transferring, no decisions, just looking. Maybe it's writing down all your account numbers on a single piece of paper. That's it. When you complete that tiny task, you've sent a powerful signal to your amygdala. See, we did a money thing. We survived. It was okay. This builds neural pathways of competence, not fear. Step 2, the future self alliance. This is my favorite hack, blending ancient wisdom with modern psychology. Right now you might feel broke, broken, or behind. That's your present self talking. Your future self, the you 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now, is already whole, already secure, and is so grateful for the small steps you're taking today. I want you to write a letter from your future self to your present self. Seriously, it sounds silly, but it works. Dear, put your name in the space. Thank you so much for making that one phone call to update the beneficiary. Because you did that, I now feel so much peace. I'm sitting in my garden and I don't have to worry. This practice builds a powerful emotional bridge between your present struggle and your future peace, making the effort feel meaningful. Step 3, automate your way out. You're not thinking clearly yet? That's fine. Don't force big decisions. Instead, set up automatic systems. Schedule an automatic transfer of even $25 a week from your checking account into a separate savings account you don't see. Out of sight, out of mind. You're building a future fund without having to make an active, stressful decision every single time. This is about using habit science to bypass willpower, which is exhausted. Step 4, assemble your counsel. You don't have to do this alone. In fact, you shouldn't. Your job right now isn't to become a certified financial planner. Your job is to hire one. But do it on your terms. Your first micro-action could be to interview 3 fee-only fiduciaries. You're not hiring them that day. You're just gathering information. You're relearning how to trust by vetting professionals who are legally obligated to put your interests first. Rebuilding your financial identity. This process, these tiny steps, isn't just about money. You have to see them as the most important work you will do after a divorce. Rebuilding your identity. Not as part of a couple, but as a whole, competent, capable individual. You are reclaiming your narrative. Every micro-action is a sentence in the new story you're writing. I can handle this. I am resilient. I am building something new. A study from the Journal of Financial Therapy I stumbled on discovered that individuals who took proactive steps to manage their finances post-divorce, no matter how small, reported significantly higher levels of self-esteem and life satisfaction a year later. It wasn't the amount of money they had, it was the sense of control they cultivated. The emotional side. It's okay to admit this is overwhelming. Divorce already shakes your identity, your routines, your sense of safety. But here's the good news that you mustn't ignore. Rebuilding your financial life can also rebuild your confidence. Every time you update an account, stick to a budget, or resist emotional spending, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than the storm. See it like a muscle. Each wise money choice is a rep in the gym of resilience. Closing reflection. So, the biggest money mistake divorced people make isn't greed. It's not ignorance. It's neglect. Neglecting to plan, neglecting to update, neglecting to imagine a future beyond survival. But you don't have to fall into that trap. You can choose differently. You can choose to protect your money, your peace, and your power. Because frankly, life after divorce isn't just a survival issue. It's about how well you designing a future where you don't just recover, you thrive. So please, be gentle with yourself. Honor the freeze, and then take one ridiculously small step, then another. You don't have to see the whole staircase, you just have to take the first step. Your future, secure, thriving self is already waiting for you. And they are so proud of you for starting. If you found this content helpful and inspiring, why not make it a part of your weekly routine? Hit that subscribe button right now, tap the notification bell, and you'll never miss a tip that could transform your life. And help share this video with someone you care about. They might just thank you for it. Thanks for watching.